Namaste. My name is JVN Rishi Gautam from Department of Journalism. Today's topic is types of communication. There are four types of communication that each include multiple channels. But before we go on, let's make one thing clear. There is a difference between types of communication and communication channels. A communication channel is the actual tool we use to send information. The type of communication is the category that the channel falls under. For example, say you send an instant message. The type of communication is written communication because you wrote the message. The communication channel is the instant messaging software you used to send the message. Take these communication types a step further by applying them to the first one is verbal communication. There is power in spoken words. A simpler yes can open a door to a new opportunity, and a harsh no can slam it in your face. Either way, the message is sent using verbal communication. Verbal communication refers to the use of speech to send a message. The banter, gossip, and tell jokes with friends. But there are also times we need to get serious about verbal communication. For example, in the workplace. No matter the field you work in, verbal communication skills are necessary in business. Chefs holler when an order is up. Ranch hands you the coral livestock, and salespeople turn to the language charm to intrigue clients. Like most types of communication, verbal communication includes a variety of channels to use. In verbal communication, three key points. Using speech and language to send a message. First is definition and next is channels. In person, phone calls, video conferencing, and last one is best for discussing sensitive information. In person communication is perfect for adding a personal touch to a conversation. You can email a remote co-worker as much as you want, but nothing beats that first face-to-face impression to help you understand what kind of person and worker they really are. Most importantly, sensitive topics should exclusively be discussed face-to-face. Using an impersonal type of communication to tell someone important news, good or bad, undermines the seriousness of the situation. Verbal communication also includes speaking over the phone. While not as personal as meeting in person, phone conversations allow people who are not physically in the same place to have a quick conversation. The topics can resemble a formal meeting or ones that are discussed when you stop by someone's desk for a quick question or clarification. And finally, video conferencing is thrown into the mix. a great way to still add the pleasure of seeing someone's face, but not needing to be in the same place if it is a hassle. Consider the information you are about to discuss. If it is sensitive, verbal communication is your best bet. It may be difficult at times, but it is the most respectful way to share information. Next type of communication is non-verbal communication. If you have ever interacted with a baby who still can't speak, you have had to make some guesses about what they are thinking, what they want, and whether or not they are happy through their actions. Successful or not, you are picking up on non-verbal communication cues to understand them. Non-verbal communication is the way we communicate without using words, and while your posture, hands, and eyes can't speak, they are saying more than you think. In business, our non-verbal communication speaks volumes. We are expected to act and appear a certain way in the workplace to be considered professional. People around us pick up on the way we carry ourselves and translate those suggestions into levels of energy, interest, and respect. The only channel we have for non-verbal communication is our body, but there are multiple carriers within it. Non-verbal communication, 3 key points. Communicating without using words and instead using our bodies. Body language, facial expressions, eye contact, appearance, and proxemics. And next, best for showing interest and energy. Next is written communication. Write this down. A good clue that significant information is coming your way. Thankfully, written communication provides us the tools we need to take note of it all. Written communication is using the written word to convey information. The best attribute to written communication is that it can send large amounts of information without the risk of someone forgetting, because it can be referred back to for reminders. In business, this is especially important. Take a second to think about the number of messages circulating in a business. What time is the meeting? What do I need to include in that report? What is included in the new benefits package? In written communication, 3 key points. Using the written words to convey information. Email, instant messengers, paper letters. Best for delivering a lot of information that is important to remember. Next is visual communication. Imagine someone describing a sunset with words only. Not very thrilling, right? However, once an image is added, you begin to grasp the true beauty of it. The words spoken about the sunset can help you imagine it, but visual communication is what helps you understand it. Visual communication refers to messages that can be seen. Visual communication, 3 key points: delivering messages that can be seen, graphs, pictures, models and objects, useful when presentation data or objects that are hard to describe. Thank you.